Hey up everyone, what's going on and welcome back to Sheffield United, where it's a sad day for Sheffield United fans everywhere as Billy Sharp has announced his decision to retire here on the 21st of December 2021. He will retire at the end of the year and we will probably try to keep him on as staff in some shape or form because he does have coaching badges. We've put him through all that already, so he should stick around. So it shouldn't be all too bad. He will join Phil and Neil Warnock in that coaching side of things, staff side of things. Warnock's a scout, but we're going to have a very Sheffield legend heavy backroom basically right now. And with Dominic returning for the first team, we've created some kind of Sheffield United megazord here, I feel like. I also feel like I need to address something real quick. We're not playing Manchester today because I've recorded that and I realised I forgot to change my settings after streaming last. So it's going to be squished. So rather than go through the faff, I'll try and unsquish that, which you may remember if you followed me for a while, happened once during the York save. I'm very surprised it's only happened once, if I'm honest. I'm just going to play the next two games because the next match is actually kind of crucial to the league as well anyway. We'll probably do the Watford match that follows. We play Arsenal next. I'm presuming this is the game in hand that they have as well. They've got another one on top of that, which I can only guess is against Crystal Palace. So that win could take them ahead of us, the extra one they've got on us. So we do kind of need to beat them here for us to maintain our advantage on Arsenal themselves. We beat Arsenal here. We will go ahead of Wolves as well in 5th. They'll probably feature in the next episode. We play them in the middle of January. Just before I would presume the FA Cup 4th round would pop in. We've got Stevenage in the 3rd round, so that should be straightforward in theory. So the next episode is likely going to be Wolves and the FA Cup 4th round if we get someone important. We can see here player stats for the league. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has 17 goals in 16 league games. Haaland has more, but he's also had 30 more shots than Dominic has, which is dramatic. Calvert-Lewin has basically scored 1 in 4 shots at this point. Somewhere between 1 in 4 and 1 in 3. Haaland's is a little less impressive than that in total when it comes to shots to goals. Calvert-Lewin has the best shots to goal ratio, basically. They are 8 goals clear of Rashford in 3rd. 8 goals clear. Haaland and Calvert-Lewin are destroying this league this year. But since we last met, and I now have to include the Man United and Man City games in this because I'm an idiot, but since we last met, which was of course Chelsea and Lask, we drew with Southampton away. Calvert-Lewin scored in the 1st minute. We drew with West Brom away. Calvert-Lewin scored in the 24th minute. There's a pattern here. Newcastle 3-0 at home. Helander Brewster and guess who? Everton, ironically, we didn't score against. The one team that Calvert-Lewin didn't score against in the league. It's his first time he didn't score in the league since Man United away. He scored in 6 league games in a row and then he doesn't score against Everton. Fitting, really. He did score against Tottenham, though. A 4-0 away victory at Tottenham where Matteo Reggieri got a goal as well. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then Man City at home. They're the league games. We destroyed the remainder of the Europa League games 5-1 and 4-1 with rotated sides. 5 different scorers against Vojvodina and Muset with 3 against Basel with a Brewster goal there. And Man United 2-1 loss. We did score first. They came back in the second half. Martial twice. Bizarrely, the highest rating players on our side were the players who made the mistakes that led to those goals. I don't know how it worked, basically. Norwood was responsible for the first Martial goal. Badiashile was basically responsible for the second Martial goal. Berge, in what I feel like was the only other highlight for Man United, gave away the possession that led to that highlight. So the fact they were the highest best performers, I don't understand. But Gallardo scored against Man City here recently. So Calvert-Lewin hasn't scored in 2 games that he has played now. So he is on the verge of breaking our record from last year. He has 20 goals so far in total. Muset scored 20 goals the entirety of last season. We're not even in January yet. We've not even got a Christmas yet. If Calvert-Lewin scores against Arsenal, he will have broken our goal record before Christmas. Anyway, we're not quite at the match yet. I just paused when that Billy Sharp notice came through. We're on the day, we're just not there yet. So for this one, we do have Chaka in goal, Reggieri at left back. I did just say I was going to talk about that. Reggieri has a work permit now. They accepted the appeal after the 120 days was over. They accepted his work permit application. They accepted Renier's work permit application, who's out on loan in America at this point. So one player who's been here the entire time, one player who's been in America the entire time. Both of their permits accepted. Ugarte's appeal came in between those two. That was rejected. So don't know what the criteria is there. Don't understand it at all. The only thing I can think of is Reggieri is Italian, Renier is Brazilian, Ugarte is Uruguayan. I can only presume that Uruguay is not as important as Italy or Brazil when it comes to deciding these things. That's the only thing I can think of. It's kind of racist, let's be real. Or countryist. I don't know what the term would be. But let's be honest, Uruguay isn't a poor nation when it comes to footballers in total. They've got some good players that come through there, just not necessarily doing fantastically well at the moment. So I can't really explain it. That's the only thing I can assume is based on country of origin. That's the only thing that's shifted those two to be accepted and not Ugarte's, which is a little bit irritating. Because obviously Rennie is on loan. Ruggieri is fantastic, actually, because he's been our best left-back this year. All of them have been quite good. Ender Stevens' performances have been quite good in general. 7.13, but Ruggieri currently set at a 7.48 for the season. And this is the bizarrest thing. He's 2.5 star. He might get to 3.5 star. He's a player that I was bamboozled by. He was scouted with a much better potential than that. He came in and only had 3.5 star. Fine, whatever. Physically is okay. Mentally is okay. Technically is okay. He's very good going forward, but defensively not that great. He shouldn't be as good as he is, basically. He's one of those players. Thankfully, now he's got a permit. His value's gone up. So if we do sell him on, we should make a profit. But I don't want to sell him on now because he's done very well. But Xhaka in goal, Ruggieri, Badiashile, Fofana, Smith, Burge, Gagliardini, Jones, Maddison, Collado, and Calvert-Lewin up front. I feel like I don't need to make too many changes from recent games. The only one I am going to consider is Gagliardini for Jorrit Hendricks, just because the workload just spreads the workload out a little bit more. And Gagliardini hasn't really got on well with Burge for whatever reason. I've changed Burge's role to a Mazzarlo just last game, and that's the only thing that's taken away the don't like to play together line that appeared between them. This is irritating. El Nenny's popped one in. You're not going to see it live because I was taking a drink when the free kick happened. Collado, though, who I've now realised because he's Spanish should not be pronounced Collado, probably. But Burge to Calvert-Lewin to Jones. This is a beautiful move. Maddison, if you can finish it, that would have been a sensational goal. It is a little bit weird talking about Sheffield United and sensational passing play at the moment. I do understand the struggles they're having in real life. Not something that factored into my decision to take them over. I'll be honest, for the beta save, it would, I expected them to pick things up when that happened, but they haven't. Just going to demand a little bit more from the side. There is something happening here. There's a corner. They've not marked the short option, so it should be taken. Yeah, Collado gives it back to Maddison. Burge on the edge of the box. Oh, he's just missed. Burge's goal against Manchester United was from a similar position to that. It was well worked. It wasn't from a corner, but it was from a similar position. So I was kind of expecting something from there. Calvert-Lewin again on a 6.4. He's got to 20 goals and then just gone, nah, whatever. I am far from pleased, and that's motivated everyone. Told them they weren't that bad, and then maybe next time you can do a bit better. Now, that seems to have picked everyone's morale up anyway. 3 bookings in that back line. Sander Burge has taken a knock. He has taken a knock. I am going to do something about that. I'm basically experimenting with the deep line playmaker role right now. I think the ball-winning midfielder, I think that one needs to be there because we've got quite an offensive formation in general. We do need someone to sort of pick up the ball in those deeper areas, so almost act as the DM role, even though he's in the midfield role. But Collado, it's just working out whether we need an attacking playmaker and a defensive line playmaker at the same time. I don't know if they're sort of just doing each other's jobs a little bit, and that was what was taken away from James Maddison. Calvert-Lewin has scored his 21 goals. He's got the record. Merry Christmas, Dominic. You've got the record. I mean, keep possession, get ball to Dominic. Dominic scores. That's the plan. I don't know what Leno's done there. It's a bit of a flap from Leno, and Maddison with a free kick basically straight away what it feels like. It's cleared, but one of our players should get there first. Worried me for a second there, Hendricks. Ruggieri finds Collado. Nice little run around there. Back to Hendricks. He's played through Gagliardini, and that would have been a sensational finish. Arsenal changed to a 4-2-4. I don't like that. I don't like the fact they've gone to a 4-2-4. We don't really have personnel to deal with that. Aubameyang finds Lacazette. Oh, beautiful chat. Oh, for crying out loud. Thank God that missed. That would have been the most unfortunate slide tackle of all time if that had gone to Tagliafico and he scored there. Jones will get this ball back. He's whipped it into the box. It's intercepted, but I'm pretty certain that was headed back into the box by their player. It's Fofana's first goal of the year, and he probably can't believe what's just happened here. I need to see this again in fully. We are seeing it from the corner, thankfully. I'm pretty certain it's their player. Is it Gagliardini? Gagliardini did get there first. Fair enough. It did look like Aubameyang headed that back. So maybe it's box-to-box and ball winning that we need there. Arsenal have decided to go for route 1, according to my assistant manager there. Collado is a bit knackered. I'm going to bring Mousset on the right, because why not, basically? And Jones on the left will get replaced with Brewster. Just going to keep Maddison on. Maddison is a bit tired. I might bring McBurney on late doors. No, I can't bring McBurney on late doors because they've already done the Gagliardini change because of Burge's injury. I've forgotten about that one. Lovely block by Brewster, I think that was. Gagliardini's going to find Calvert-Lewin. He's going to give it straight on to Brewster. Lovely flowing play there from us. Hendricks, a space through the middle here. Someone's going to get a run, I suspect, finally. Nope, he's going to pass it back to what probably would have been an Arsenal player if they'd been paying attention. Alan Smith on the edge of the box. Maddison now finds Brewster. He's been tripped, sort of, got the ball back, skies it. Should have done better. I just realised Tagliafico has been playing as a wide... Now he's in centre defence. What is going on with their formation? Tagliafico was playing as a wide target man. I'm pretty certain that was the abbreviation for. They've moved him into central defence now. But wide target man Tagliafico? Really? All right. Maddison Brewster, still on the ball. Worth noting, Sarri's in charge there, by the way. Now it's not Arteta. 2 great blocks from Maddison. Probably should have got a goal there, but 6 minutes of injury time. I don't like that. We're seeing the corner that follows. I'm not writing it off entirely yet because things have happened from these in the past. Mousset finds Hendricks on the edge of the box, who's given it to Gagliardini and he's had a good go. Calvert-Lewin, despite scoring, has only just moved up to a 7 at the very end of that game. But realistically, we should have won that one fairly comfortably. We should have won it 2-1. And, well, we've won it 2-1. For once, the XG, bang on the money. Brilliant work from us there. 2-1. Gives us that point advantage because they've got a game in hand, so they can't go ahead of us now because they beat Crystal Palace. Birch is out for 4 to 5 weeks. That calf strain, worse than it looked. Well, we do have the midfield options. It would be nice if we had Agati available right now. But Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 21 goals in 19 starts for sub-appearances, but 19 starts, 7.37 for the league, 3-2 in total. Unbelievable scenes from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Don't forget, we got about a £5 million discount off him because of a sell-off fee as well. He's almost got as many goals as £1 million that we paid for him. Oh, I was thinking about recalling Renier because he's got his work permit now. I was thinking about recalling him, but I can see him on the right-hand side of here. His loan actually ends at the end of the year, so we will have him available just to play, which is a bit awkward considering we've got 5 right-sided players. McGoldrick, by the way, David McGoldrick has been smashing it in America on his loan. He's posted unreal numbers. Shandong in for Gagliardini, apparently £30 million. I mean, I like Gagliardini. I think he's improvable upon. So 30 million for a player that we bought for what, 6.5? 8 million? Not a lot. So I've made some rotations for this match against Watford. I thought it would actually be quite nice to do a team that's not necessarily the top because you get to see how we play against non-big sides in general. Apologies to Watford fans. I just want to share a little bit what I mean with the problems with this player here. Not Gagliardini in particular. I popped him on box to box because that's what he prefers, but I'm thinking that might be the shout because you've got the ball winner who should in theory sort of stay in this area where he's been told to stay because he's the ball winner on defend. So Hendricks should stay in this area. The attacking playmaker on attack should stay somewhere in these 3 boxes. Shouldn't really drop too much deeper. The inverted wingers should be sort of popping up and down here. So Hendricks should be staying somewhere in these 3 lines here. So the problem lies in the gap between the attacking playmaker and the ball-winning midfielder. With the Mazzala, they should sort of drift wide and possibly get in the way of the inverted winger. The deep line playmaker would also probably stay a little bit deeper, probably wouldn't drift so much further forward too often. So possibly not doing enough to connect with the attacking playmaker. So what I'm thinking is box-to-box might actually be the answer here because he'll be the one to go between Hendricks and McBurney, for instance. That's the theory, and I'm wondering if this is going to work because I don't know. Too many playmakers might be just too much. One deep line, one attacking might be too much playmaking. I don't know. We will see. Especially with Brewster being inverted, of course, he does drift inwards, which only makes that Mazzala problem even worse because you've got the wing-back going round. That's the theory. Anyway, so the lineup, Xhaka in goal, of course. Kolasinac comes in at left-back. I've just changed the left-backs over. Badiashile, Fofana, Casero, right back, Gagliardini and Hendricks, Brewster, McBurney, Edwards and Calvert-Lewin up front for this one. Kolasinac or Ender Stevens wasn't really certain on, but Kolasinac coming back from injury as well, so I figured get him some game time here. Jorrit Hendricks, of all people, takes the captain's ban today, just due to the complete absence of any leadership, I suppose. They've kept a few of their good players, actually, since they went down. Deulofeu's still there, of course, went out on loan in real life. Ismail Assar, despite wanting to leave, has not been prized away from them. And we're actually seeing this today. Not that you need to see it for our side, but they line up, as you probably expect, still Will Hughes in that role. Craig Dawson as a right back, is that normal? I don't know. How many points did Norwich end up with last year? Because I feel like they might already be close to breaking that points tally in game right now. 22 points? I'm not sure if that's more or less at this stage. They ended up quite adrift, I seem to remember. Anyway, this ball is moving forward with Marcus Edwards, who's forgotten how to play football a little bit. Caicedo. Still Caicedo. I will pronounce his name 18 different ways. Brewster somehow has got that in the goal. Dahlberg's injured. I don't know if that's happened during this game or not. Or if they're just playing an injured goalkeeper, because why not? But Caicedo just wanders to the end of the pitch pretty much, whips a ball in. Dahlberg high-fives it and it goes in. Probably a goal that Watford fans don't want to see again. Basically that one. As we resume with a new highlight, Hendricks plays it all the way back. One thing I did notice in the post-match analysis of the Arsenal game is we only had 79 backwards passing opposed to 120 going forwards. Quite a lot of sideways action going on. Badiashile with an emphatic clearance there. Dawson not to be outdone there. goes for another one himself as Junior comes forward once more. Of course, we had a word with Junior recently to, pick up his game a little bit. His performance has been that concerning the board were concerned about them. And for the player who is theoretically our best fullback, and it's not exactly a thriller here on Boxing Day at Bramall Lane. Calvert-Lewin, just over. Marcus Edwards doesn't have a short option for whatever reason right now. Buddy Shield hits the bar though. And what's happened there? I actually don't know what's happened there. Hendricks is running off claiming the goal. Not even telling me how many goals he's scored. I'm fairly certain Trooster-Con here is the one who kicks it. I think Trooster-Con tries to kick it, but Hendricks is in front of him and it just hits Hendricks. I mean, true to see if anyone's got an assist marker for that one. Because Marcus Edwards should have an assist for that. Or Buddy Shield should have it actually, because he was the one who headed it on. Some decent passing play from Watford here, although ruined as soon as I said that. Xhaka gives it to Badia Shield. Badia Shield pumps it forward to Brewster. He has the overlap available. Decides to go backwards to Hendricks. Forward to McBurney now. Gagliardini, you see Gagliardini came alongside McBurney there. That's why I want to see. I want to see Gagliardini, the person on that left-hand side, sort of be in similar spaces to the attacking playmaker at times. Brewster probably won't score an easier goal than that. Brewster, not quite the prospect he has been in previous years, seemingly. But I don't know what's happened there. The defenders tripped over Brewster by the looks of things, or thin air, and then ran into him. But Brewster, without really much problem, pops that one in. Purely because Gagliardini is only on a 6.8, and if he gets booked, he will miss the next game, which I might need him for. It's only 2 days away, but because we've lost Burge, I might need Gagliardini. So Fleck's going to come in. I think we'll give Ender Stevens some minutes as well. Klassenak's done nothing wrong, but it is 3-0, so we can just give Stevens a few minutes at the same time. Edwards needs to come off. I've just remembered he was only good for 75. So Gallardo comes on as well. We'll just respect the physio's assessment of Marcus Edwards and get him off that pitch. Delbert clears the ball. Deeney still playing for Watford. How Pedro gets a goal back. It's basically come out of nowhere. Great vision from Troy Deeney, apparently. I'm not really certain what happens. Deeney's there. Deeney's not really being closed off. And, I mean, how Pedro has all the time in the world. Excuse me, defence. I feel sorry for Xhaka because he seems to have conceded more goals than Ramsdale did last year at this point. Well, feels like anyway, but every time I see a goal go in against him, I feel like it's not his fault. Like, Xhaka himself has not really had any slip-ups. Like, not the way that Ramsdale did. Like, quite a lot of the time when a goal went in when it was Ramsdale in goal, it was Ramsdale's fault. He flapped at it or whatever. It's the defence for Xhaka, seemingly. Dominic Calvert-Lewin had a pretty torrid time in front of goal today, didn't he? He's had 4 shots on target and come out with a 6.87. Not terrible, but does bring us level on points with Man United, who must have slipped up. Not today, but... Oh no, because we had the game in hand. That brought us even anyway, but goal difference does keep us behind Man United. Liverpool won 6-1 over Fulham. So next time out, we'll presumably get past Stevenage. I don't want to be too presumptuous. If we get a decent draw when it comes to the 4th round against a reasonable side, we'll probably do Wolves on that. If not, I might go a little bit further and do Liverpool Arsenal following the full transfer window. Just because obviously we're getting less, I'm doing less episodes per week. I feel like I probably need to progress a little bit further per episode in the same respect. So I might go to Liverpool and Arsenal. If we get a tasty draw in the 4th round, I probably will bring you back for Wolves and that. Just bear in mind, Wolves are obviously directly behind us in the table. So for either of those options, I'll see you for them next time. Until then, thank you for watching. Ta-ra.